This video will give you an in-depth guide on what is the best cards to craft and disenchant in Hearthstone's Voyage to the Sunken City expansion. I'm a free-to-play player, so trust me, this is coming from my heart. Demon Hunter got really strong cards this expansion. What else is new? Multi-Strike's a good card. Predation's a good card. You can use it in pretty much any attacking deck or Naga deck. But not Abyssal Depths, I've literally never seen this team play. Same with the Asherzand Effector. There's not enough Dredge synergy to make it worth it, but if you want to try it, go for it. Glaive Shark and Bone Glaive are insanely good cards. They're also common, so stop being cheap. I'm saying that and I have 165 dust. Wayward Sage is not very useful, but if you want to craft it for some combo decks, you know what? You go for it. You go for it. It basically comes down to, oh, why would I craft this 2-mana 2/2 when I can craft this 2-mana 2/2 for 1/10 of the price? Same with Coil Scar, not really seen play. You don't need to craft this either. I've seen some Lady Sethendos in there, but it's not really necessary. Your aggro Demon Hunter is strong without it. Same with Zillag. If you're a Demon Hunter player, go ahead and craft it. But for free-to-play players like me, I need to use my dust more efficiently. I'm not going to craft it. You can get by playing Demon Hunter with just the commons and rares. Honestly, they are such good cards. Everyone's favorite class has the must-play card of the century. You can literally run 2 of these in your deck and your deck becomes a 28 card deck. Craft Aquatic Form, do it. Asherzand Gardens has been played in aggro decks, so if you like aggro decks, go craft this. Same with Bottom Feeder is played in aggro decks. If you like aggro Druid, go for it. This is just free 20 dust. This is also free 100. This is an epic, what the heck? You can play Seaweed Strike in some sort of quest-aligned Naga Druid, or you can get a free 100 dust, it's your choice. Flipper Friends suck, it's a funny card though. Green Thumb Gardener can be used in Ramp Druid, but it's really the only deck that will use it. This is one of the worst cards in the expansion in comparison to cost for an effect. Disenchant it, do yourself a favor. Hedges are a really funny card, so go ahead and keep it. I really like its effect. You could just put it as a one-off in Guff Druid. I just think it's more funny than it's actually good. It's more useful than Kolak, I'll tell you that much. Miracle Growth, this card literally had to be nerfed and they're still playing it. Craft this card, do yourself a favor. The main Dex Hunter can run with this expansion is your Questline Hunter and your Phase Hunter. Varb Nets is good in both. Urchin Spines is not good in any of those decks, you can get rid of it. Just for reference, there is a wild card with the same effect of Urchin Spines. This card never saw play. I know it costs 2 mana more, but still. Emergency Maneuvers is funny, disenchant it, you're not gonna play it. But it's good with Elwyn Boar Hunter. This is a good card. It's Arcane Intellect, but it's better. Naga's Pride is pretty good too. When combined with Twin Bow Terror Coil, it becomes really good too. Craft this card. And Raj Nazjan, I totally butchered that, geez. You don't need it, it's a good supplement basically. All the Naga cards are good in Hunter, especially since you're running it in both the Questline Hunter. The other package Hunter got was the Beast Druid. Now mid-range beasts are a thing. It's not a really amazing deck. Every single mid-range beast deck will run Hydralodon, they'll run Harpoon Gun. So if you want to play mid-range beast, go for it. Now, if you've played ladder, you know that Mech Mage is destroying everything. This is an insanely good card. This is an insanely good card. This is a broken. This card should have gotten nerfed. And this card is amazing combined with the Asherzand Sweeper. Basically, what I'm saying, if you see a Mech in Mage, craft it. If you want to play Mech Mage. Except for Gaia, you don't really need Gaia in Mech Mage, I found. You can discover so many Gaias and it's okay. If you have it, plop it in your Mech Mage deck. If you don't have it, save your dust for something else. The other archetype Mage got was Small Spell Mage, or it's Naga Mage. I like calling it Naga Mage because I don't have to do alliterations. And as you'd expect, the deck runs all the Naga cards. You got your gifts, you got your spell spoilers, and you've got your Spite Lash Siren, which is literally the reason that deck exists. It's not as good as Mech Mage, it is fun to play, but I would say it's a bit more expensive to play than Mech Mage. The only card I would suggest not crafting is Volcanomancy. This card sucks. Hey, this is the meme of the century. Get your free 400 dust. And then, other than that, every single one of Paladin's cards is insanely good. You can craft any one of these cards besides Kotari Lightblade and you are making a good decision. Mech Paladin is insanely good. You got the Dredge with the hand buffs and the boom boom. This is really stupid. You got your 2-mana draw 5. Don't even get me started with Leviathan. Probably the best card to craft if you're a Paladin player. Useful in any deck pretty much. If you're playing Holy Paladin, they run Holy Mackerel. They run... I just realized it's like Holy Mac. They run the Pogger's Fish. They run the Immortalized in Stone. Also, I forgot to talk about blah blah blah, but it's insanely good. Any one of these cards is good to craft except for Kotari's Lightblade. Now here's one of the worst classes. If you want to win, don't craft any card. Don't even touch Priest. Illuminate is just a worse version of Aquatic Form. Switcheroo was good and then they nerfed it. It looks like they want to use small spells for their Naga. Too bad they don't have enough small spells to support their Naga play. The only somewhat viable tier 3 deck Priest has right now is Silence Priest. And if you want to play that, it's Whispers of the Deep, Ashrazan Ritual, and Switcheroo. You might also run an Illuminate in there, but you're not running Queensguard, you're not running Handsmaiden, you can disenchant those cards. You're not running Serpent Wig. You might run Blackwater Behemoth. Same with Whirlpool, you might run these 2 cards in a Control Priest. If you ask me, Control Priest just gets outclassed by anything else. The only way you could possibly do it is if you have the quest line. So if you want to play a good Control Priest deck that does not get outclassed by any other deck, you literally need Seek Guidance. You basically need the instant win card to win with Priest. Even then, Priest has enough control cards that if you already have previous control cards, you don't really need to be crafting, where am I going? You don't really need to be crafting Whirlpool and Blackwater Behemoth as they are very expensive. I wouldn't say they can make a deck by themselves though. Rogue is carried by 2 cards, Swordfish and Cutlass Courier. Swordfish is an insanely good card crafted if you ever want to play any rogue deck with pirates. Cutlass Courier, it's the card draw rogue always wanted. And these are the core cards of the pirate deck. You also run Gone Fishing, Fillet Fighter, you'll run Ashrazan Vessel, and you will run Blood in the Water as well in that aggro pirate rogue deck. Swiftscale Trickster I can see being played in some sort of weird combo deck. Does that deck exist right now? No. Will that deck exist in the future? I'm not sure. Bootstrap Sunkeneer is a cool tech card. Don't craft it, you don't need it. Half the time, if you put a minion in the bottom of your opponent's deck, they're probably just going to bring it right back up and they're going to use it against you again. As I said earlier with Mage, Pirate Admiral Hook Tusk is a great complement in Pirate Rogue. If you really like playing that deck, go for it. Craft this card. Is it necessary in that deck? No. If you're a free-to-play player, you can get more value out of your dust. Same with Krakatoa, it's a compliment. It's less of a compliment, I'd actually say, in Pirate Rogue or any other rogue decks, maybe Thief Rogue. It does work really well with Cutlass Courier, but again, if you don't have a lot of neutral legendaries, they're a lot more valuable for you than just a random class legendary. Shaman's kind of funny because they only have one okay archetype right now. You're going to play the Spell School Shaman. You'll run Scroll, you'll run the Geyser, you'll run the Radiance of Ashazara, and you'll run the Coral Keeper. And you can also run Wrathspine Enchanter. So if you want to play the only good Shaman deck, you can craft that. Radiance is not necessary for that deck. And then Shaman got a bunch of meme cards. Piranha Shaman. Add some Piranha Swarmers to your hand. Enchanted Totem will buff them. Piranha Swarmers are a meme deck. They're not that good, come on. But if you want to be cool, Piranha Swarmer, you know? Send a message to your opponent. That's really what Hearthstone's about. The meme card of Bioluminescence can be really strong. And by strong, I mean it's a cheese OTK deck. If you want to build a Bioluminescence deck, I trust you. And this card is on Kolak level of legendary card that sucks. It's a 7 mana 3/5. Sure, it summons 6/6 in stats. It's a 7 mana 9/11. Apparently people run this in Burn Shaman. I wouldn't. If I was crafting Burn Shaman and I was limited on dust, this would probably be the last card I crafted. You know what, just show a clip. No, this Colossal sucks. Oh, nice. Crafted if you're extra rich. Warlocks are funny because they got 2 archetypes and they're both memes. Murloc isn't that great of a card, but if you do play Murloc, you literally will craft every single card that says Murloc on it. The Chum, the Void Gill, the Scavenger, the Vilefin, you will play every single card that has Murloc on it. If you're playing Abyssal Warlock, same thing applies. You're playing every single card that has the word Abyssal on it. Zaquil is not necessary to craft for Abyssal. It does make your Abyssal deck a lot better. If you're a free-to-play player and you have enough dust to craft 1 card, don't craft Zaquil. It's only good in 1 deck. So Gigafin is not only good in Murloc decks, but it's good in any sort of control Warlock decks. I played in Highlander Warlock and I'm loving it. For a more valuable Warlock card, I'd go for Gigafin. Warrior got some insanely good cards. Obsidian Smith is amazing in Pirate Warrior. Forged in Flame is great in Control Warrior, same with From the Depths. And Nelly is in every single Warrior archetype right now, so if you play Warrior, Nelly is a really good investment. And then you have the flip side, where all their cards suck. Trench Stalker sucks, why would you ever play this card? Guard the City isn't really seen play. It's not the worst card though, it could be worse, definitely. The Dread support for Warrior is also not the best, so this card is not really good. Lady Ashvane, I would see being good in Wild for Bomb Warrior. That's pretty much it. Not really good in Standard right now. Same with Black Scale Brute, not really great right now in Standard. But the Fires of Zin Ashari, craft it, it's funny. Put a 1 of it in your deck and then you'll have fun, trust me. You really only need to craft Obsidian Smith and Nelly if you're playing a warrior. Forge and Flame is a 1-of in control warrior too, and From the Depths is really good in control warrior. There's a lot of neutral cards, most of them suck. I'll only go through the notable ones. Click Clocker, insanely good, crafted if you don't have it, but it's a common, so you probably have it. Amalgam of the Deep is the #1 card I suggest people to craft. It is good in any deck with a minion tribe. Finley is good in dredge decks, it's good in warrior, it's good in shaman. If you're looking for a general value legendary, consider Finley. You get this card for free, I'm pretty sure, so don't worry about it. Security Automaton is really good in any mech deck, crafted if you haven't. Tuskar Trawler is good in rogue and warrior, and Pufferfist is really good in any class that attacks, like Demon Hunter, rogue. It's also good in warrior. Don't craft this card, you get it for free. It's really good, yes, but you also get free golden ones from the battle pass. In terms of value legendaries, Innie Stormcoil and Queen Azshara. Both are insanely good general value cards, so if you want to craft them, you go for it. Again, neutral cards are generally more valuable to craft for you because you can use them in any class. So go for your Queen, go for your Stormcoil. I'd go Queen first. I don't think Stormcoil is as useful. Naga Giant is also somewhat useful in most decks. Great in Warrior, I'm putting it in Priest, I think. If you want to know the best cards to craft in the Forged in the Barrens expansion, you can check out this video right here. Thanks for stopping by, I'll see you around.